on the mic with Mike. We'd like to thank the champ for the shout out. We are the best business radio program around. On the mic with Mike. We are here with Dr. Danny, who is in the house with us as well. It is time. So it's Thursday. You know what that means. Jimmy Comer, the big dog, is with us from RBI Services, but he never rolls alone. And I never asked him who's showing up, but now he brought the man with him. Say, all right, I'm not even going to start. So Jimmy Comer, I just saw you yesterday. We're going to start off like, we do have adult supervision here, which we always need.
That's why Kim's here.
Yes. And, she doesn't have a headset on right now, which is good but when she turns around and puts the headset on,
that's it.
That's it. It's a wrap. All right. So you brought Sam Anderson with the serial entrepreneur, man about town, totally connected, but I ain't going to steal any more of the thunder.
So Sam Anderson is the owner of Enzo Media, amongst other things. He is a partner within the Synapse Network. And we love ourselves in Synapse.
Yes, we do.
And where I have a lot of respect for is he serves on the Relationship Foundation board. And so what I want Sam to do is tell us a little bit about Relationship Foundation, things going on there.
Sam,
yeah, guys, for sure.
Sam Anderson, but he got Dr. Danny's a big time sports fan too. So Doc, you see his collection behind him.
I was wondering if he was a part of that new launch. There's it's called START, STARAAT or something like that, where they're bringing minorities into the shoe business as retailers. But this is your personal collection?
This is part of my personal collection.
Wow. So you're a sneakerhead. All right.
Yeah, got a little problem there, but appreciate you guys having me on here today. Definitely an honor to be with you guys today. As Jimmy said, amongst several different things, main thing here to talk about today is I am the current chair for the Relationship Foundation of Virginia. And the best way I can describe Relationship Foundation of Virginia is it's all about relationships. When you think about that prison to pipeline that everyone talks about all the time, it all starts with what's going on in the home. So whether a child's growing up in a home where their mother and dad are married and together, whether they're divorced, whether it's same-sex marriage and there's a child in the home, it all starts with those relationships from those perennial figures in that child's life. So that's where our organization comes into play, is to ensure that those relationships are being developed in a healthy manner throughout the growth of a child. And that means, co-parenting, mom and dad. We have things like date nights to make sure the parents are doing what they need to keep that fire in their marriage. We also have different events with children. We do, obviously COVID's put a plug in some things, but we actually do a panel in which we go into the school system. And this is probably my favorite thing that I do with Relationship Foundation of Virginia. It's really just a panel and the kids get to ask us anything they want about relationships. So all the questions that you probably have that you may not have been comfortable going to mom and dad to ask them about, you got a panel of adults from various backgrounds, single, married, divorced, all different types, and you can ask them anything you want. So it's always interesting what pops up during those events, but we do a lot of good stuff for the community, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Jimmy Comer, you are a blessed man, but you did not win the She Shed. That was an event that you guys had. I know everyone was out there. Sam, let's talk a little bit about what that event was and that campaign, and somebody ultimately won the She Shed.
Oh yeah, so the He Shed was the event. And people actually donated. They were able to buy raffle tickets, and they were able to win the opportunity. Raffle tickets for $100 a piece, but somebody won a $15,000 He Shed or She Shed. I'm talking with like AC, electrical, like everything, like the ultimate space you would want in your backyard. Somebody got that for $100. So it was definitely one thing I could say about our executive director, Chris. He does not run out of ideas. He's the mastermind behind all this stuff. He comes up with these different ways to organize and always tie relationships and marriage into that. So people got pretty excited about that event.
He is the man who has more ideas and ugly pants than anybody know of in Richmond.
That is true. And he just had the event with Paula Pardell where they had the axes. They were out at the Virginia Axe Club throwing axes as a date night.
As a date night.
Crazy. All right, Sam, you're known about town, Mr. Preneur. Dr. Danny is new to the area, and she has the entrepreneurial organization right here, helping entrepreneurs. Let folks know about who you are and what you do out there.
Yeah, for sure. So like Jimmy said at the top, I'm a serial entrepreneur, own and operate several businesses here in the Richmond area. So the one I'm probably best known for is my company, Enzo Media Firm. We're a full service media organization in which we do video production, social media management, website design, photography. We have certified drone operators, graphic design, and we have a separate wedding division in which we do wedding videography and photography as well. Beyond that, I've been part owner of Synapse for over 6 years now. Synapse is a phenomenal networking organization that brings the heart of our community together. So not only are we tying together business professionals, but there's a large focus on the nonprofit community as well. And then during the pandemic, I started a new company called Direct Learning Solutions. With that, we provide qualified professionals to work with families in the home or at one of our partnering facilities, in which our team provides a service for virtual learning so that parents can actually focus and get to work, and kids get that hands-on assistance they need with virtual learning. And then obviously we talked, I'm a big sneakerhead. I have over, I think 160, 170 pairs of sneakers at this point. So my wife is not a fan of that. So I'm at my office right now. So that's why you see a lot of this here. There's less at my house and more here at my office.
You said the sneaker part is an investment. So that it's not just because you love them.
Good answer, good answer.
That is
Yeah. No, it is an investment. So at this point, like the collection's worth over $30,000. So if we ever get into a pinch, I can turn around and flip sneakers and we'll be all right.
All right, Sam. So, and Jimmy, I always ask people, you say you're a serial entrepreneur, and I always say this is one good question during a program. This is it. So Sam, can a serial entrepreneur ever stop with the wandering eye? Can a serial entrepreneur ever be monogamous? Can you get that one thing and you're done? You stop.
Nope.
Look, damn, he just stopped right off the bat. So the eye is going to continue to wander.
Absolutely. It's just finding the opportunity. So like my newest venture, Direct Learning Solutions, I never in a million years thought I would have been in the educational space, but an opportunity presented itself. I didn't see anybody else jumping on the opportunity. So I said, we're going to go after this. I'm already working on another company that's we're going to be providing services in California that may be popping out here in the next month. But it's all about, this is the reason why I became an entrepreneur, is being creative, being able to do different things. That's why between the business and serving on the board with a nonprofit, there's always more to accomplish. And I feel that I can fulfill my calling to this world by having my hands in several different things versus just focusing on one thing.
Well, Sam, you kind of threw out there a couple of things that maybe not congruent when you think about them. You talked about you got into entrepreneurialism, and then you talked about a calling. So help me to understand, are entrepreneurs born or are they made?
I fully believe entrepreneurs are born, and this is the metaphor I use. So you look at someone like take a top artist like Usher. I may be dating myself because I know Usher isn't on the top of the charts right now. But I've met people, like I've been at like karaoke bars and I've seen people sing better than Usher, but you will never know their name, because in order to make a superstar, it's not just, you can't just sing. You have to have the whole package. You have to be good on the camera. You have to be able to dance. You have to be able to do all these other different things. Same thing when I look at athletics. You look at a guy like LeBron James. LeBron James was born to play basketball. Now, he worked hard at it to be where he is today, but there was a part of him that was just born to be a baller. I feel it's the same thing with entrepreneurship. Like there are certain skill sets that you can develop and grow along the way, but being an entrepreneur is such a roller coaster ride. It's not for everybody. So a lot of people see that term and think it's sexy to be an entrepreneur, but there's a lot that goes into that, and a lot of people just don't have the stomach for it.
That is true. So Dr. Danny, give me an idea, these gentlemen, who you are, what you do over there at Union.
At Virginia Union, we operate a women's business center, but we support any minority business. Our focus is to provide technical assistance, guidance, counseling, access to capital. But we really want to take you from an aspiring entrepreneur to help you sustain your business if you're an existing one. But when it's time to expand, we have access to in-house CDFIs, community development financial institutions, to help you access that capital, because we believe that in going about what you're doing, there should be economic assets that you acquire that begins to build communities. And we believe that, from the standpoint of underserved or underrepresented businesses, there needs to be a resource there to lower the barrier to entry. But in lowering the barrier, we also have to give you the tools and resources to do that. So that's what we do. Again, as a nonprofit, we're hosted by the National Institute for Minority Economic Development, and we are housed on the campus of the historic Virginia Union University.
That's it. That's the elevator pitch. All righty. So Jimmy Comer, this is your time to shine. So Jimmy he really supports an organization that is a favorite of ours called Better Together. We were just together yesterday. Shout out to Steph Beck and Emmanuel for a great time. Jimmy Comer, let's talk about RBI Services and why giving back to the community is all in your DNA.
Well, I mean, it's just if you're not going to support your community, why should your community support you? It's just how I've always believed. Better Together, as we're aware, well, maybe some of the listeners aren't, they support families whose children have severe medical issues. The reason it's important to me is my youngest daughter, if she was a little bit younger, we would be a Better Together family. So I know what these families are going through. It's tough. We're trying to get some treatments for her, and we're running into some problems, and it's not easy. So RBI got behind Better Together this year because I can identify with what they're trying to do for many of the families across Central VA. And we are offering any home, you allow us to quote your home and auto, no obligation. We'll make a $25 donation to Better Together so Stephanie can keep doing her good work. She's got some stuff out there. I mean, every time I see Stephanie, if I'm around her for more than 3 minutes, she keeps asking me if I'm going to join that board. And I'm like, I got to keep, because I got a couple things going on right now. But I tell her I'm her pseudo board member. I'll give advice and do that kind of stuff on the side. But
and putting the backing back, so you put your money where the mouth is. So. And that's always a great thing about Jimmy Comer, Chris Smith. Shout out to those guys. Also sponsors of the program, also sponsors of the Swagger Studio series because he does good music. RBI Services. Hey, Jimmy, okay, I got to take a break. But Dr. Danny is not a real, even though she has a stethoscope on, she's not a real doctor like that. So give her a real quick idea of RBI Services and why it's not RIB Services.
So I have 2 degrees in history, and my business partner has a degree in accounting. You never let the business major do the marketing, especially when he's bigger than you. And he calls up, he says, we're going to call our company Relationship Insurance and Business Services. And my wife could see my face, and she just leaned over and whispered and said, be nice. And I said, I need you to stop for a minute and think about this. I want you to take the first letter of each of those words and tell me what it spells. And before he could spell it, because again, he's an accountant, spelling's not his thing, I went, it spells ribs. Do you think 2 big old boys should name their company Ribs? Get yourself some homeowners insurance and a side of ribs. No, take the I, take the B, reverse them. RBI Services, we're both baseball fans. Look at all the baseball marketing I could do now. And that's how RBI's name was born.
So it's baseball instead of ribs.
Absolutely. Now you can get some ribs at the ball game, but I'd much rather talk to you about how the Cubs are looking right now, which by the way, first place.
Runs batted in always trumps.
There we go.
Well, interestingly enough, he made reference to my stethoscope because it's a conversation piece. My engineering degree is, my doctorate is in engineering. And as I was talking with him earlier today, I was letting him know that we can't guarantee what ails you, but we will give you some sage advice on how to get on the right track when it comes to your business and entrepreneurial goals.
Hey,
There
Jimmy.
you go.
Jimmy, she went to MIT, so you can imagine. I'm walking on eggshells today. I'm telling you, exactly. This is not a regular On the Mic with Mike. No.
That's right. Maybe Dr. Daddy can explain why they put some of those symbols in math problems. Because this history guy still goes, I don't care. 2 + 2 is 4. That's all I need to know.
We needed our own language.
That's right. That's it.
On the Mic with Mike. This is going over my head. We gotta go away to take a break. Dr. Danny is with us, Sam Anderson, Jimmy Comer. We'll be back on the other side, talking more about some of the things that these gentlemen are doing out there, making RVA a better place. Thanks. We'll be back.
We're gonna have 7 minutes coming back. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. One of Mike, the best business radio program around. You can catch us here, ESPN Richmond, 106.1. You can also hear the Mike King Biz Radio Network on the Choice 105.3 as well. We're there 2 to 3. It's me and partners of mine who have, Dr. Danny's going to have a program there on the Choice and talking about all things over at the Women's Business Center. The weather today, showers and thunderstorms, high 81, low 69, chance of rain 90%. Humidity is 82%. UV index 4 out of 10. The sunset is at 8:30. We'd like to thank our good friends over Cena Hospitality. So if you need hotel space for an event, make sure you give our good friend Ravi Patel a call. He's doing some great things out there. And if you need hotel rooms, you have people coming in town, give him a shout. And if you get in trouble and you need a hotel room, give Robbie a call. And, tell him Mike sent you because, it might help you.
That's for the Mike King special.
That is it. Not that I'm in trouble that I would, that Jimmy, I just made the deal.
Stop digging. Stop
Exactly.
digging.
I made the deal. Not that I've been in trouble that I needed the hotel space. We'd like to thank our show sponsors, Andy Taylor, Junk Luggers. Like I said, they'll remove everything from a house down to a hot tub. That's Things Not People. And then Tom Children, the credit card guy. But we are back. Oh, shout out real quickly. I got to give a shout out to Hanley Watches. So good friends over Jay Crawford, over at Jay Carpenter, over at Hanley Watches. So if you need a timepiece, make sure you go check out my man over there at Hanley. You can find him online, hanleywatches.com, and tell him Mike sent you. Alrighty, we are back. Jimmy Comer, Sam Anderson, Dr. Danny is here with us. So Jimmy, what else is going on in the world that you operate in? And then we'll go back to Sam with some of the important things that he has going with Enzo as well.
So we'll talk real quick. I've taken on a new role.
Oh, really?
I'm helping the Synapse Network a little bit, developing hubs. And I'm looking for folks who want to network differently than the traditional networks. We network with the heart.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Jimmy.
I already was going to tell you to do the.
Oh yeah, she's already on the radar. Don't worry about that.
I was already going to tell you to do the connection. Dr. Dane, I want to have a chat with her, but nope. So I'd love to talk to anybody. We've got right now about 15 or so hubs around Richmond. What hubs mean is they're a nonprofit that the business people come around and support. So groups like Better Together, for instance, Forward Foundation, Chesterfield Food Bank is one. But others like Medical Home Plus, which maybe you've never heard of, but they're doing some important work helping parents whose kids need IEPs and 504s, how to get through that process. So it's a great way to learn about this community, and we would love for community-minded business people to come join us.
Oh, definitely looking forward to the connection.
Oh yeah, you and I we'll go chat.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you can count on that one. Sam, what's new and exciting for Enzo, and how can people get engaged with Enzo?
Yeah, so right now, one of the main things we're focused on is education. So we've been providing great services to businesses and nonprofits in the local area for years now. And we want to pass along this knowledge to others. So we actually have an educational program for teens and one for adults coming, where we're going to teach you in a 9-week course, A through Z of videography. So you're going to come in a newbie, and at the end of that 9 weeks, you're really going to know your way around the camera and be able to charge people professionally for that work. Also for Relationship Foundation of Virginia, we have our annual golf tournament that is coming up quickly. It's our father-child golf tournament, and that's going to be Saturday, June 19th at 9:30 a.m. Tickets for a father-child combo is $75, and I believe we do still have sponsorships available, and that sponsorship is for $300 if you want to sponsor a hole, and that also gets you tickets to participate in the tournament as well.
Wow, Juneteenth. Sounds good.
There you go. On the mic with Mike, Dr.
Oh,
Danny.
we're celebrating for real Juneteenth this year.
One of the things I'm curious about is that, are you plugged in with what's going on with One? I don't want to take the show in a different direction, but I'm curious to know who's making sure that these individuals who are working to bring this casino is going to have a heart and is going to engage diverse suppliers. Is that on anyone's radar?
I think, so Radio One, that's what they're selling. That's what they're saying. We're gonna be inclusive in the community. We'll see, it's always when people are planning things and selling, because right now they needed to pass on the initiative on the ballot. So we will see. It's trying to take Richmond to give Richmond something that they haven't had. And we will see. It wasn't shocking that the Radio One group got the deal. It wasn't shocking, I think that one was, they're gonna look up and say, okay, we're gonna have these groups, who are we gonna get a deal to?
Gotcha.
We're gonna give it to Radio One. That's sort of the way things work there. So, Jimmy Comer, what's happening with RBI and how can people engage with you as well?
So RBI, we help with accounting, payroll, insurance. And folks can get in touch with us by calling us directly, 677-9516, or go to our webpage, and this is why you don't let the accountant make the webpage, www.rbisvcs.com, because apparently vowels were optional with them. I'm not sure. But anyways,
You guys are
That's
sharp up in Ashland, man. You're a sharp
we are
bunch.
the welcome center to Ashland. So what everybody freaks out, they hear Ashland. I'm like, we're literally the first exit on 95. We're like, I could get to Virginia Center Commons, what's left of it, quicker than I can downtown Ashland. Walking.
Boy, that is close. That is close.
This guy needs his own stand-up show.
No, that's why we have help, because if not, it can go sideways. We were kind of in trouble yesterday. On the mic with Mike. All right, Sam, really quickly, how can people find you out there?
Yeah, so people can go to our website, enzomediafirm.com. Also check us out on Instagram, Facebook, to search enzomediafirm.com. And for Relationship Foundation of Virginia, it's simply rfva.org.
Jimmy Comer.
Mike King.
Yo, man, you're supposed to tell how people can find you. You don't say, I say Jimmy Comer, and you, Kim.
I've already said it, 804-677-9516 or www.rbisdcs.com. They can call you, Mike King, directly. You go, well, here's his number. Give him a
Okay.
call.
On mic with Mike, Jimmy Comer. Kim is giving me the wrap up. She's giving me the finger, like this thing, not the finger. On the mic with Mike. I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you. ESPN Richmond. We're out.
That's good.